When you put John Hughes movies, X-Men comics, and the minds behind the end of the effing world into a blender, what do you get?
A giant ass jellyfish.
No, a binge-worthy collection of shows and movies to accompany I Am Not Okay With This. On this IMDbrief, we present a Better Than Okay Watchlist for Season 1 of the Sophia Lillis trending series. The best place to begin with a Better Than Okay Watchlist is at the end of the effing world, another Netflix series based on the teen angst tomes of British graphic novelist Charles Forsman.
Everyone's so f***ing square.
Jonathan Entwistle directed the first 5 episodes of World's 16 total and helmed all 7 of the supernatural superhero story Okay. He also developed the series and wrote the pilot with Christy Hall.
Here's to a normal high school experience. Whatever the that means.
The music probably sounds familiar because both series were composed by Graham Coxon of 1990s Brit-pop alt-rock band Blur.
Blood Witch, you like their music?
That's a terrible name for a band.
Although Blood Witch doesn't actually exist, Coxon wrote songs for the band within the show, and Tatiana Rachaud provided vocals. If you love the darker side of OK's wit, add 1999's Ravenous to your watch list. A crazy cannibalistic horror flick with a score by fellow Blur rocker Damon Albarn, the only feature score he's composed to date.
He was licking me!
If man-eaters are your thing, consider this child chomper and add It and It Chapter 2 to the Better Than Okay watch list, since stars Sophia Lillis and Wyatt Oleff have been reunited once more in Okay. This time to fight inner demons instead of its demon clown.
I'm fine. What's wrong with you? None of your business.
The 2 teen stars feel plucked right out of an 80s John Hughes classic, and there are some clear Breakfast Club references, especially in episode 5, although Jonathan Entwistle insists that their actual inspiration was the Dawson's Creek Season 1 episode Detention, which itself was a reference to the Breakfast Club.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Saturday Detention. Detention is not about fun and games.
Producer Sean Levy, who is also responsible for bringing the Duffer Brothers' Stranger Things to Netflix, promised the show would be Lady Bird meets X-Men. And since they've mostly stayed true to that, both films are excellent watchlist adds.
My name is Lady Bird.
Well, actually, it's not, and it's ridiculous.
Call me
because your
Lady
name
Bird
is
like
Christy.
you said.
In fact, Entwistle wrote Olaf's Stanley character to think of himself as Professor X to Sydney, even though he ends up becoming more of a sidekick.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Entwistle and Levy name-checked Freaks and Geeks, My So-Called Life, and even Game of Thrones as small screen influences on Season 1. And we'd recommend any of these for your watch list. But there's a 70s Stephen King movie that may be even deeper in the show's blood.
Dear Diary, go yourself.
We won't spoil it here because episode 7 is a horrifying laugh-out-loud delight.
Shut up!
But after you see it, you'll know why 1976's Carrie is the perfect end to the Better Than Okay watch list.
Should I be afraid?
Yeah, maybe a little. For more trending tales and watch list deep cuts, stay glued to imdb.com/imdbrief.